was us as far as saying we don't let people see our budget, or it's secret and all this stuff. And we do get audited every year and all this stuff. But we do turn in a budget.
Paul, go ahead.
Mr. Moderator, I still live in the same place, 2 Military Drive, Templeton. I'm hearing people say that the Board of Selectmen have to appropriate. They're not appropriating anything.
I said we have to sign.
The money that the water department and the electric company get comes from the users. It's not appropriated from our tax dollars. Consequently, you are the people that are the voters that decide whether this is correct or not. Not the lawyers, not the selectmen. You are. You're the ultimate vote. And you have the vote. There's nothing here saying you don't have a vote. You vote for commissioners, and I dare say if you want to know what's going on up at the water company, you walk in there, you find somebody in authority, and ask the questions. I know if I have a question, that's where I'm going. I'm not going to the Board of Selectmen because they don't have the answers. I'm against this article.
Mr. Moderator, can I answer that just to address that issue, because there was a misunderstanding, I guess, of what I said. Okay. Yeah, sure. I'll make it quick. Just to give you some understanding as to how this works. Every week, the Board of Selectmen gets vendor warrants. We get vendor warrants from the Board of from the Treasurer that we have to sign approving these bills. Even from Light and Water, we get a Light and Water vendor warrant every week that we have to sign. And case in point, if we don't have a majority of signatures, the Treasurer is not allowed to pay those bills. It sits on the desk and we have to sign it, whether it comes from the treasurer or the accountant. We have to sign it. Bills cannot be paid unless it has a majority of signatures from the Board of Selectmen. Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Okay?
Yeah.
Okay, let me try and understand something, Paul. For the last 12 years, I have voted, or the people have voted in this town for the water department budget, because they've been spending occasional by the ratepayers. Is that a proper thing for us to do? We've done it. Well, yeah, I thought we were doing right. Are we doing right, voting the budget every year for the water department?
Yes.
All right, thank you. I just wanted to make sure I understood it all, because I can just make it.
My read of the water statute is that you have the right to vote the budget, and that vote is binding. Last few months ago, you voted down the water budget, and I was told that your Light Commission was going to disregard that vote because it meant nothing, because you don't have the right to vote. What this article does is say you have the right to vote. If you want the right to vote, you vote for this article. If you don't want the right to vote, then vote down the article. That's the only issue that this article presents. Their lawyer says no. I say yes.
Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Dennis O'Brien.
I was confused, but I wanted to be, sure that I understood.
Dennis O'Brien, 259 Baldwin Road. I just cannot understand why all this is going on. I mean, it's just Seems like it's just another thing that they're trying to do to harm the water company, the light company.
Thank you. Okay, Mr. Wilder, you, and, Sean, I'm going to ask if you don't mind if we'll let Mr. Mitchell say one more thing, and then you can come up for your third time. Mr. Wilder?
Mr. Moderator, I make a motion, we move the question.
Is there a second to that? There's been a motion and seconded to move the question. All those in favor of moving the question, please signify by saying aye. Aye. All those opposed? No. The motion to move the question has been passed at 8:05 p.m. We will now vote on Article 6, and we will vote on Article 6. Okay, on Article 6, all those in favor of the article, please signify by saying yes.
Yes.
Opposed? No. Okay, I'm going to ask for a show of hands, please. I'm just asking for a show of hands, I'm not asking for a count. All those in favor of the article, please raise your hand. Okay, put them down, please. All those opposed? Article 6 has been defeated at 8:06 p.m. Thank you. Article 7, please.
Mr. Moderator, move that the sum of $471,287 be hereby appropriated for the budgeted expenses of the Water Department for part of fiscal year 2014, which sum is to be raised from water receipts.
Okay, I will read it for you, okay? I will try to read slowly enough because I don't know how fast you write.
I read fast enough, but I didn't realize
Okay.
right to the pages I had, I don't have to speak.
To move that $471,287 be hereby appropriated. You okay so far, Ed? For the budget expenses of the water department. $471,287.
Okay, I got that right. Thank you.
Got that right? Okay? Okay, and that's for part of the fiscal year of 2014. Did you understand that?
Yes, I just
You
don't know what
you all set now? I haven't got a clue what part. I'm reading you the article that you asked me. We'll take it to the discussion of it later, okay?
Partial, yeah.
Now, first off, I'd like to ask the advisory board, and it will be Virginia.
Mr. Moderator, on Article 7, the advisory board unanimously recommends a yes vote for the following reason. This allows a partial budget to be set and the water department to continue to run until such time the question as to whether or not it is an enterprise fund owned by the town of Templeton or an independent run business run by the Templeton Light and Water Commissioners.
You all set now?
Yes.
Virginia Wilder, 359 Otter River Road. The town's water budget, this is not even close to what they asked for their budget. It's only a small portion, and what they're suggesting is that we wait for the Attorney General to make a decision before we give them the rest of it. Well, the Attorney General's office is sometimes as much as 3 years behind in making answers to things. So I would ask you to vote no on this article and vote yes on Article 11, which allows them their whole budget.
Dana Blaze, Chairman of Light and Water, 20 Turner Street, Otter River. I too ask the voters to vote down this article, because this is not the amount of money that it'll take to run the water department for the year. I urge you to vote this down and vote Article 11. That is the budget that the commissioners voted on that'll take us through the whole year. Thank you.
Okay, seeing no further discussion, I would like to call for a vote. All those in favor of Article 7, please signify by saying yes.
Yes.
All those opposed? No. The article is defeated at 8:10 p.m. Article 8.
Mr. Moderator, I move that no action be taken.
Article 9, please.
Mr. Moderator, move that the subject matter of Article 9 be passed over.
He wishes to pass over Article 9.
Mr. Moderator, I can explain that.
We'll go ahead, we'll have a brief explanation, okay? I give Article 4.
The reason this is being passed over, the advisory board at their last meeting ended up, out of the emergency reserve fund, giving the money of $849 to pay this bill, which is a sales tax that was not paid, which came out of the light board, and it was just clarified as to whose bill it was for some period of time.
Okay, thank you very much. The bill has been paid. Is that anything else? The bill has been paid.
Yeah, penalty. Right, penalties, right. That was the penalties and interest portion of it.
Pay penalties and interest. Okay?
There's no motion on the floor.
We have an article to pass over. We're going to pass over this article. All those in favor of passing over the article signify by saying yes.
Yes.
All those opposed? No. Okay. We're going to pass over this article at 8:13 p.m. But the bill has been paid interest and penalties.
Could I have the attorney's opinion on that? A previous year's bill cannot be paid out of anything unless it's approved by this session.
It wasn't a previous year's bill.
Mr. Moderator, if I can.
Oh, it was.
There was interest and penalties that were approved this year. The answer to your question, Jerry, is no, but it was interest and penalties that were approved this year, not the prior year. Yes, Mr.
The article
President.
says for an unpaid prior year bill.
Can I answer the question, Mr. Moderator?
The article is passed over.
Right. There's no motion.
If it's been paid, are you upset with the fact that it's been paid?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I just thought, that would help resolve your issue, but you're actually...
You don't know what my issue is until I get to the microphone.
Huh?
You don't know what my issue is till I tell you. All right, I just want to let anybody know, this was a bill that the light department gave the money to the town. It was one of the light department's bills, and we paid the town, but they had a mix-up of something in the treasurer's office, the bill never get paid. And this money here is to cover the interest and payments because the town treasury department didn't do their job.
I just want, this was not the current treasurer.
Hold on, all right? I understand what you said. Yeah, no, I know, it's not Dan's fault, okay? And the issue has been resolved, and it's resolved paperwork. Okay, Article 10, please.
Mr. Moderator, move that the sum of $600 be hereby transferred from the budget line item voted by the town pursuant to Article 9 at the 2013 annual town meeting from the Assistant Town Clerk's salary account to the Town Clerk's office expense account.
Mr. Moderator.
Second.
Mr. Moderator, the advisory board unanimously recommends a yes vote for the following reason. We support this transfer, but recommend that future years' transfers be handled under Mass General Law 39, Section 16, and not wait for special town meeting.
Seeing no further discussion, all those in favor of the article, please signify by saying aye. Aye. All those opposed? Article passes at 8:17 p.m. Article 11, please. Go ahead.
Mr. Moderator, Isaac Mattson, 29 Central Street, Baltimore, Massachusetts. Article 11, to see if the town will vote the sum of $1,413,860.17 to operate the water department, which sum shall be raised from water receipts or take any action relative thereto.
You want to place that here to the one? Second. You don't have it? Okay, I'm going to reread the motion. We did make a couple of small modifications. Move the sum of $1,413,860.17 be appropriated to operate the water department, which sum is to be raised from water receipts. That is the way the motion reads now. Is that all right with you, Isaac? Is there a second to Isaac's motion? Second. Okay, there's been a motion made and seconded, as it has just been read. Do you have something you want to say, or go for it?
Yes. Mr. Moderator, the advisory board unanimously recommends a no for the following reason. We looked at water departments throughout the state, looking at tie and bond. Out of 271 water departments, we are the 17th highest water per household. We also ended up doing a survey of like-sized communities within the same size as far as town population and the number of water customers, and we find even discounting the large amount of debt that we had of $300,000, that we're still anywhere from $200,000 to $300,000 above all those departments, and we end up having 3 additional people to run the department over the average amount of people on those other communities. Those communities were Air, Adams, Lancaster, Sterling, Townsend, and Williamstown. And this sheet was out available for everybody to take a look at.
Kate Fulton. Yes, there were some corrections made in the motion, and I approve, but I would like to repeat the number because I'm not sure that it was said correctly. It is
$413,860.17.
perfect.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Blaine, do you have anything you want to say at this point?
Yeah, Dana Blaze again, 20 Turner Street, also the Light Commissioner, Chairman Light. Yeah, there's no doubt that the water department carries debt. But you can't fix something without debt. And that's what we did, and that's what we're doing. If you take away the bonds that we spent, that had to borrow almost $7 million, took those away, our budget would be well in the realms of everybody else. All right, so that's the reason that your rates are what they are. You know, like I said before, there's all these homes are empty. The Templeton development isn't using as much water as they used to. But the problem here is, ladies and gentlemen, we are a true enterprise system being, in my opinion of enterprise, is you run a department on what you take in. And that's what we're doing. But we are paying off years and years of system problems. And that's why the budget is what it is.
Okay, thank you very much. Mr. Robinson, you release? Okay. Thank you, David.
Ken Robinson, sorry, I forgot to say that earlier, 64 Old North Road. I would recommend a yes vote on this article. The water department has to have a budget. As I said, town council has informed us we can't sign our, vendor warrants unless there's an appropriation. So I would, this is the last chance for us to get a budget for the water department, so I would recommend a vote yes. Thank you.
Okay, Paul Quattrochi, 2 Military Drive, Templeton. I'm looking at this chart of a number of water companies, different towns. Did you know the average household in this town uses 800 and, what's that, $1 worth of water a year? I haven't used that much in 3 years. The other thing is, it's a funny thing, but when those water breaks appeared one after the other in Baldwinville, nobody complained that they might have had 3 extra people more than some other town. What they complained about is get it fixed. That's the name of the game. Ladies and gentlemen, we've been voting budgets for the water department for a number of years. We've had good luck with them. I don't want the Attorney General messing in our business. I don't want any state agency messing in our business. I don't think they're competent to mess in our business. May I move the question? Make a motion?
Go ahead, make a motion.
I make a motion, we move the question.
Everybody second it? Put that speaker on the piano, Paul, that hold is broken.
Okay.
Okay, there's been a motion made to move the question. All those in favor of moving this question, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Okay, all those opposed? The question has been moved at 8:24 p.m. Carol, you got that down, or do I need to give it to you? Okay. All right, we're going back to the motion. All those in favor of this motion, please signify by saying aye. Aye. All those opposed? Okay, the motion has passed at 8:45 p.m. There's been a motion made and seconded to adjourn. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Okay, and all those opposed? Okay, the motion has been